Alright, starting off first here with a 1985 Jefferson Nickel. Now this coin, minor clip, curved clip here, so it's a minor error. The coin's graded at a mint state 64 by Annex. Nothing too valuable here. The coin only sold for a little over $20. After you pay to have it graded and, shipping and things like that, you're not making any profit there. But here is a 1985 Washington quarter that is graded by NGC at a mint state 62. This coin has been double struck, which we can see there in the images displayed. Very obvious type of mint error. Of course, we're not looking for this in pocket change, but this coin did sell for over $255. Now here is something that you can always look for on all kinds of different coins, not just quarters. This is a very large die break taking place here on the front of a 1985 Washington quarter. You can see that there on the left side of the coin. And then here on the reverse of the coin, you'll see it all faded out on the opposite side of that die break. Those are also called cuds. And some can be a lot smaller than this, some could be even larger. This one's pretty nice, it's pretty good size. You can look for these on pennies also. This quarter ended up selling for $180 at auction, graded by NGC at a mint state 64. Speaking of die break, here's a good example of that. You see it's all faded out here on the front of the coin, and that's because that's the opposite side of where the die break is here on the reverse of the coin. So we'll see that large cud there on the back of this Lincoln Cent, graded by PCGS at a mint state 64 red brown. This coin ended up selling for over $455. Can't beat that for 1 cent. Now here's a 1985 Lincoln Cent that has a die clash. So as we zoom in there, you can see the reverse design coming through here on the obverse of the coin. You see the pillars from the Lincoln Memorial there. That's a pretty nice die clash there. Unfortunately, it's only graded at an AU 58, so it's not a high mint state grade. The coin only sold for a little over $45. Had this been like a mint state 65 or 66 or something, it could have sold for a lot more money than, 45 bucks. But that's a nice die clash. I have one of these, the 1984 die clash, similar to this, but not as noticeable or as extreme. So, always use your coin microscopes and look out for things like that. Some will not be as noticeable as that. And you can find die clashes, on even modern pennies. So not just 1985 pennies. Now here is a 1985 Jefferson Nickel where the reverse has been indented by a 10-cent planchet. So a Roosevelt Dime planchet. It is graded by NGC at an AU 58. This coin sold for $600 at auction. Man, that is awesome. Here is a 1985 Washington quarter. We see here on the reverse of the quarter, it looks very normal, but here on the obverse, you see the inner copper layer of the coin because the quarter is missing the outer clad layer. Now this coin is graded by Annex at a mint state 63, and this quarter ended up selling for around $60. Now here's a 1985 Kennedy $half coin that has been multi-struck, and we have an indent here on the obverse of the coin. So pretty nice mint error there, graded at a mint state 66. This coin ended up selling for over $430. Now here's the 1985 Lincoln Cent. Now this penny here has been struck 45% off center. It is graded at a mint state 63 red, and that's why the coin sold for over $110. It all depends on, the date of the coin, how off center is the coin struck, the condition of the coin, all those things will affect the coin's value. So here's a 1985 1 cent Lincoln Cent design that was struck onto a Roosevelt Dime from 1985. So you'll see both designs of the Lincoln Cent along with the Roosevelt Dime. We show these in all kinds of videos because there's so many different examples of these on different dates. And man, if you came across one of these, you'd be happy because this coin sold for $690. It is graded by NGC at a mint state 66. Some of these can sell for thousands of dollars depending on, the grade and things like that. Now this quarter here just looks like it's, a damaged coin, no mint errors. However, the quarter sold for over $250 because the quarter design was actually struck onto a 5-cent planchet. So a quarter onto a nickel planchet. It is graded by NGC at a mint state 61. And like I say, 250 bucks for that quarter. Now here is a 1985 Jefferson Nickel design that was struck onto a Lincoln cent planchet. That's why it's got the copper color to it, and the whole design doesn't fit on the planchet there. Now this coin is graded by PCGS at a mint state 64 red brown, and this mint era coin sold for over $285. Here is another 1985 coin. It is the Lincoln cent that has a partial plating. It is graded by PCGS at a mint state 64 red brown, and this penny ended up selling for over $550. Man, that's awesome. 550 bucks for a partial plating there. Now here's a 1985 D mint mark Jefferson Nickel where the reverse has been struck through. We see here on the obverse of the coin it looks very normal like any old ordinary Jefferson Nickel, but here on the reverse is where we see that being struck through. So it is graded by NGC at an XF45, so not a very good grade, but the coin still sold for 40 bucks. So you'd be losing money on that. You know, had it been a high mint state grade, it would have sold for more, and probably been worth spending the money to have it graded. But even if you don't want to make a profit on coins, if you just want to have the coins graded, your error coins or your high grade coins just to add in your collection, I always support that. So here's a 1985 Roosevelt Dime that has been triple struck, so pretty obvious type of mint error here, graded by NGC. This dime ended up selling for over $280 at auction. Here is a 1985 Washington quarter that has been triple struck. Obviously, very noticeable type of mint error, so we're not looking for these in pocket change, but this coin did sell for over $760, graded by NGC at a mint state 65. Now here is a Roosevelt Dime. So this is a die cap, bonded capped die, however you prefer to say it. It is graded at a mint state 67, so nice grade. The coin ended up selling for over $1,000. Such an awesome and unique type of mint error just to sit there and look at. You're like, man, that looks awesome. I'd love to add that to my collection. So over $1,000 dime there. Feel free to check out my other videos. We're uploading coin videos every single day. And don't forget to subscribe in the middle. Check out the videos to the left of me. And until tomorrow, I'll see you guys in the comment section below. This is Couch Collectibles, and this is where I disappear.